The shadow on Highway 72, autumn in Cedar Falls, Iowa, cast a golden blanket over the University of Northern Iowa campus. 20-year-old Olivia Martinez was immersed in her psychology books in the university library when her world came crashing down with a phone call. "Olivia, it's Mom. Noah's been in an accident." The words echoed like thunder on a clear day. Olivia dropped her books and ran outside, ignoring the curious looks of her classmates. Cedar Falls Memorial Hospital was only 10 minutes from campus, but each second felt like an eternity. In the ICU waiting room, her parents, Robert and Linda Martinez, sat with stricken faces. They told her what had happened. Noah, her 16-year-old brother, was returning from baseball practice when his car collided head-on with a truck on Highway 72. The truck driver was unharmed, but Noah was in critical condition. "The doctors say he'll be fine," his mother said, trying to keep the faith. But he was unconscious for hours. When the doctors finally allowed a visit, Olivia entered the room with her heart racing. Noah was hooked up to several tubes, his pale face a stark contrast to the white sheets. To her surprise, he began humming the school song. "Noah," Olivia called, sitting beside the bed. He turned to face her, but his eyes were empty. It was as if he didn't recognize her. Olivia talked about the accident, but Noah didn't respond. It seemed like the same boy who had screamed in pain just hours earlier couldn't remember a thing. Noah was discharged after 3 days. But something was terribly wrong. At home, he began behaving in ways that frightened the family. He would spend hours staring out the living room window, as if seeing someone no one else could see. "Noah, who are you talking to?" Olivia asked one night, finding him mumbling into space. He pointed with a trembling finger to a spot behind her. Olivia turned quickly, but no one was there. The feeling of being watched made her hair stand on end. Olivia's mother, Linda, a devout woman who attended the local Baptist church, became concerned. "Maybe we should call Pastor David," she suggested. "He has experience with difficult situations." Pastor David Thompson, a man in his 50s, was known in the community for his wisdom and compassion. When he arrived at the Martinez home that night, Noah was sitting on the kitchen floor, laughing at something unseen. "It's not me laughing," Noah said in a voice that wasn't his own. "It's her." The pastor watched the young man carefully. "Who is her, Noah?" But Noah only smiled, his expression unbecoming of his teenage face. That same night, Olivia fell asleep with a strange sensation. In the middle of the night, she felt someone holding her ankle. Opening her eyes, she saw Noah kneeling beside the bed, trying to tie her feet with a piece of rope. "Noah, what are you doing?" she screamed, trying to free herself. His eyes glowed a dark red in the dark room. It was as if his brown eyes were lit from within. He lay down beside her and stared at her face with an expression that sent a chill down her spine. Then he pulled her hair hard. The shock of the pain made Olivia close her eyes for a moment. When she opened them again, Noah was gone and her feet were free. "It must have been a nightmare," she murmured, trying to convince herself. But when she turned over in bed, her blood ran cold. A young, dark-haired woman lay beside her, wearing simple clothes and a sad look in her eyes. The room was completely silent. Olivia's scream woke the whole house. Her parents rushed into the room, but the woman had disappeared. "There's something out there," Olivia told her parents, trembling. "A woman, she was here." Her father, Robert, a 45-year-old mechanic, tried to remain calm. "Maybe you're stressed, daughter. All this business with Noah." Before he could finish, voices began to come from the attic. Noah was talking to himself, but not really alone. The three of them went upstairs with flashlights. Noah was sitting on the floor, talking to someone unseen. "How are your feet now?" he asked in a voice that wasn't his. "Did you also meet Maria last night?" Olivia felt a chill. Maria. It was a common name, but it sounded familiar somehow. Pastor David arrived the next morning, after Linda had called him in a panic. He brought with him Dr. Michael Brennan, the local doctor who was monitoring the case. "Let's pray together," the pastor said, placing his hands on Noah. During the prayer, Noah began to convulse. His eyes rolled back in his head, and he spoke in a voice that wasn't his own. "I don't want to leave. He promised me I could stay." When the attack passed, Noah was exhausted, but he seemed more like himself. "Pastor David," Noah whispered as he woke, "there's a girl here. She says she died on the same road where I crashed. She won't leave." Pastor David seemed to understand. "Do you know about Maria Gonzalez?" Dr. Brennan nodded. "She was an exchange student from the University of Iowa. She died in an accident on Highway 72 6 months ago. The truck that hit Noah belonged to the same driver." The revelation fell like a bombshell. Maria Gonzalez, a 19-year-old student from Mexico coming to study in the United States, had died in the exact same spot where Noah had crashed. "I saw the accident," Pastor David said. "I was coming back from a pastoral visit when it happened. Maria was thrown from the car. It was terrible." Olivia began to understand. "She's trapped. She doesn't know she's dead." The pastor nodded. "Some souls can't accept the transition. They're trapped between worlds, searching for connection, for someone who understands them." That night, Pastor David performed a release ritual at the Martinez home. He lit candles, recited prayers in Latin, and created a sacred circle around Noah. "Maria Gonzalez," he called. "If you're here, it's time to go where you belong. Your mission on earth is over." The wind began to blow through the closed windows. The candles flickered. Noah suddenly struggled, his eyes red again. "No," he said in Maria's voice. "I don't want to go. I'm scared." Olivia, despite her fear, moved closer. "Maria, you need to go. Your family needs you. Your parents are hurting." "But I was so scared," the voice replied. "So alone. No one understands me." "I understand," Olivia said gently, "but you're not alone. And Noah isn't hurt. He needs to go back to his life." The ritual continued for hours. Gradually, the tension in the house began to ease. Noah fell asleep peacefully, and for the first time in days, his dreams were peaceful. Over the next few days, Noah began to improve. He returned to baseball practice, though he was still quieter than before. The Martinez family realized the accident had changed them somehow, but strange things still happened. Noah still glanced out the window sometimes, and Olivia swore she felt a gentle presence in the house. "Did she really leave?" she asked Pastor David weeks later. "Some souls leave a part of themselves behind," he replied. She found peace, but some of her energy remained with Noah. In time, that too will dissipate. 4 months later, the Martinez family made a difficult decision. Their small apartment in Cedar Falls seemed to carry heavy memories. Robert got a better job in Ames, and they decided to start over. In their new home, in a residential neighborhood near Iowa State University, Noah gradually returned to normal. Spring baseball, his old friends, his homework, everything seemed promising. Olivia, now in her senior year of college, began writing her thesis on trauma and psychological phenomena in small communities. The experience with Noah and Maria became part of her academic and personal journey. 6 months later, the following spring, the Martinez family held a small ceremony in the backyard of their new home. They planted an apple tree, a tree of life, as Pastor David called it. "For Maria," Noah said, placing a small plaque with her name. "And for everyone who taught us about love, loss, and healing." Olivia looked at her younger brother, now 17, but looking more mature inside. He had experienced something few people experience, the border between life and death, between the known and the unknown. "Do you miss her?" she asked softly. Noah smiled, a genuine smile this time. "Sometimes, but I know she's where she needs to be, and I'm here, where I need to be." The wind blew gently, rustling the newly born leaves on the tree. Olivia closed her eyes and felt a peace she hadn't experienced in months. Some stories end with unanswered questions. Others end with acceptance and hope. And some, like this one, end with the beginning of something new. On Highway 72, cars continue to pass, carrying their stories, their dreams, and their secrets. But for the Martinez family, that road now represents something more. A place where two worlds met, and where the love of family proves stronger than any unknown force. The shadow on the road has dissipated, but the lessons remain. And sometimes, on autumn nights in Ames, a gentle breeze brings the reminder that not all stories need sad endings. Some just need time, compassion, and faith to find their way toward the light. For those of you who stuck around, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like it, and leave a comment. See you in the next videos. A big hug to everyone.